Let's relax. After the stress of that. I want to work down. I want to relax by doing some work. Let's start by... Before I deal with the Aeroshock. I want to do some reading in the comfort of the keep. I want to go to a place of stability, law, and order. And I wonder about what happens.
It's different here as captain. Feels like family.
I'm concerned about Sir Erwald. I think there should have been a much more firm judgment taken with that guy.
I have something for you. Do you now? A shield? Oh, and born by the one true Sir Aveline. Lovely. Thank you.
Okay. Look, we just fought a really tough battle. Are you mad at me because we discovered that Orwald is betraying the guard? I don't think so. I worked with you to help reveal him. If anything, you were jovially generous with him. Are you mad because I took you into a fight with almost 40 people? No, I don't think so. Look, have I offended?
I'm sorry. I don't see where I went wrong. I have a shield. It belonged to Wesley. You seem to recognize its worth as you pass it around.
I could have sold it.
Are you suggesting that I give it up entirely? Pawn it away and be done with it?
No.
You're taking this a bit seriously.
I saved it for you.
If you didn't think this would upset me, what was your intent? If you're still aching for your husband, you may want to inform Donnick.
Yes.
We've had that talk. This isn't about Wesley. You've got me doing a lot of things. Some I don't agree with. Some I'm surprised I do. I'm not sure where I'm going as it is. Replacing what I was with this. I mean, who is Sir Aveline to me? You know,
seriously.
Not every gift has the significance of finely crafted cotton marigold.
You deserve that, Aveline.
So it's just a shield.
No.
Just a shield?
Yes.
You have very bad taste. Every Smith & Orlais stamps Sir Aveline's name on their exports.
I know.
But thank you for the thought.
At least she's my friend. Oh. Okay, guess what? Someone else can use that. Let's go here. Sure. Something to consider. honestly. Because her thing is, that's what we want to beef up. No. These are the people that need their basic attacks to be the best they can be. Okay. I'm still a bit miffed with Aveline. And I think she should have been tougher on Orwald. Because here's the thing. Take a look. I've been holding on to Sir Wesley's shield for her. And it is outdated. It has been beaten up. It took a beating fighting the Darkspawn. It's not that powerful or tough. And I've been holding on to it for her because I care about her. So I'm actually hurt. Because you're better off with... There's two other shields that I've got that are much better for you. One in terms of the health and the armor. The other in terms of the basic attack. Maybe it's because you know you should have done more to Orwald. To punish him. I don't know. I need to go to the Chantry. I'm still trying to recover from her rudeness. I love you, Aveline, but that was not fair. That was unkind. That was deeply uncharitable of you.
Hello, Mother Patrice.
Ugh. Trash.
Sirrah Hawk, it is good to see you.
Yeah.
The shame that Varnell brought his order is most unfortunate. Praise the Maker that you were his champion in that dark place.
Somehow I doubt you mean that.
You knew exactly what was going to happen in
We're
there.
hoping we'd kill each other.
Hawk, you're standing between the righteous and the heretical. You're not going to make friends.
I'd settle for being able to trust the people I already know.
I gave you what you wanted at considerable cost. Varnell is more manageable as a martyr,
Ugh.
but his loss will be felt.
Oh, I hate you.
You have avenged heretical Kunari with human blood. Surely that is good enough for you.
Not if you keep this up.
It might be if you were going to give this up. But you're not.
Varnell was a fool, but the facts remain. An offense to the Maker goes unchallenged.
There is no offense.
I will give you no further cause to shame the Chantry today, but we will have this argument again. The Viscount's incompetence all but guarantees it.
And Grand Cleric Athena should do something about you.
Well, she's a bitch.
That is the best statement I've ever heard from you, Isabella. She most certainly is. She most certainly is. I hope to see her dead one way or the other. That's for certain. Let's bring people. Sebastian, I think, we'll be more comfortable with. I'll talk to you second.
I'm giving it all up. I made a vow to the Chantry and it was wrong to turn my back.
Sebastian, listen to yourself. You're as impulsive now as the day you turned away from us. Do you think the Maker wants another rashly spoken vow that you'll abandon when the next passion takes you?
I will not...
This is your life, child. Don't spend it being blown about like a weather vane. But here's Hawk. Maybe you can talk some sense into him.
I don't think sense is really my strong suit.
How long has she spent telling me to return to the Chantry, and now that I want to, she won't take me? It was wrong for me to break my oath to the Chantry. I've turned against the Maker. And for what? Why would I want to rule Starkhaven and deal with jackals like Lady Harriman for the rest of my life?
That is exactly why she wants you to rule. She has flaws. Flaws that you and others have overlooked. But she wants you to rule precisely because you don't want to. She wants you to rule because you're not motivated by power, but because you'd be genuinely concerned about the people. The one concern that I have is that your conservative nature means you might not look at the socioeconomic needs of the people and enact certain progressive legislation, which I think would be helpful, such as dealing with the poverty and suffering of refugees in Darktown. Still, so that the government takes over what Anders Clinic does. Still, nevertheless, you would be far better than any of the alternatives, I imagine. And you might even be open to some gesture in that way. Maybe even something substantial, if someone such as me were to talk to you. Or even someone of a good heart. So that it's not just relying on the Chantry and people and do-gooders like Anders. To their credit. What do you want to do?
Do you see yourself as a prince? Or a priest?
That's exactly the question I've been praying for guidance about. When I think of going to Starkhaven, calling on allies like Flora Harriman and all the corrupt, scheming nobles.
It's the way of the world.
My throat swells shut in horror. When I think about staying, I'm at peace.
You need to learn at some point to deal with people like Flora Harriman and the self-serving nobles. When you talk like that, I'm not sure that you yet have the moral courage and fiber to do what is necessary in terms of political morality while maintaining your fundamental decency. Until you learn that, I'm not sure. But at the same time, I don't want to reinforce the idea that you should stay away from the world.
If you give it up, what then?
I suppose I must convince Elthina my commitment is sincere. Then I will remain here, to represent the Maker's interests as she thinks best.
What's right for Starkhaven?
You should ask what's best for your people, not just for you.
I do not have hubris enough to imagine it matters to the common people who rules them.
It does.
Someone will take the reins. The fields will be planted, the crops gathered. No one will notice that a Vale lives and isn't there.
Not quite.
And I can devote my life to the Maker's will on Thedas.
He has to learn first before he goes, because there's some fundamental weaknesses there. The government can do amazingly good things. There are plenty of people in Darktown. I imagine that you have your own Darktown. There are plenty of people who are poor and poverty and so on. The Chantry doesn't necessarily deal with and address that. You could. You could do that. You should. There's some truth, but then there's not. Because who gets to control the crops? Who controls the market prices? Who controls how much people pay? How do you balance the need of a farmer to be recompensed with the need of the people to afford the food they eat? What do you do in a drought? What do you do with the poor and the indigent and refugees and the exploited? There's good things in what you say, but there's more than that. In terms of the rights people have, but then you have to move on from that. And realize that not only do you protect rights from tyranny, but you're also supposed to advance and promote certain rights through positive government action. If I tell you to take Starkhaven, you'll start a war. And you don't understand some of the things you need to do right now in terms of playing dirty with politics and your role to move beyond leaving poverty to the Chantry. You can't just leave it to them. Government can provide more systematic aid. For now, I need to build up my relationship with you. And you're not sensible enough to take Starkhaven. Not till you realize the need to do what is necessary. And more importantly, realize the positive impact that you can if you direct government wisely to assist its people. So for now, you belong working with me, which means you stay in the Chantry.
You're wise to stay here. No one trusts a man who breaks his oath.
Right.
I cannot return to Starkhaven and subject my people to war without a clear sign that it's the Maker's will.
That's a better point. You're trying to avoid war. Because we know we've got enough problems in powder kegs here as it is. Mistress Althena.
Is something troubling you?
Nothing's wrong.
Goodbye.
Walk in the Maker's light.
You need to take a more aggressive stance in controlling the darker, more radical elements of your Chantry. There's a positive role that you play as a peacemaker in terms of stopping fighting.
Fenris, did you consider my offer for you to train the guard into Vinter fighting techniques? I've heard nothing.
My abilities were inflicted, not taught. I will not pass that on.
Some good should come of them.
No.
Very well. You have your right to do what you want, Fenris. We'll try it. Speaking of which, Sebastian, let's take you on the march. Actually, there's a way to do this, and this is how I'm going to do it. I'm just going to simply pull the rings and apply them when people can use them. Okay. Mm-hmm. For the time being. Try it. One thing. All right. All right. I need to get out of this cursed city. I hope Althena does something to rein in Sister Patrice. I really do. Something needs to be done. Otherwise, I don't know what's going to happen. Seriously, something needs to be done. Otherwise, I don't know what's going to happen. I really don't. Just check one thing. All right. Before I go, I think I need to calm myself. Let's go and read something in a comfortable area. This is a chantry. It's supposed to be comfortable. Let's sit and read. You guys can relax on the beds. Even read if you want to. Vartero. In the days before Arlathan, there was a city in the mountains beloved by Durthan, keeper of secrets. His people were wise beyond measure, thanks to his counsel. Excuse me. In the days before Alathan, there was a city in the mountains, beloved by Durthaman, keeper of secrets. Its people were wise beyond measure, thanks to his counsel, and the city flourished. Then a high dragon settled in the mountains, and her hunger threatened the city. The elders cried out to Durthaman for protection as the dragon's rampages struck ever closer. And for 3 days and nights the people shut themselves in their homes and watched the skies in dread. On the 4th day Durthaman heard them. He whispered into the mountains, and the fallen trees of the forest gathered. On the 4th day Durthaman heard them. He whispered into the mountains, and the fallen trees of the forest gathered, shaping an immense and agile spider-like beast. It was the Var-Taral. With lightning speed, vicious strikes, and venomous spit, it drove back the serpent. From then on, it was the guardian of the city and its people. Many years passed. The gods were trapped by Fanaral, and the people left to gather in Arlathan. But the Var-Taral kept its everlasting vigil, guarding Durthaman's city as it eventually crumbled to dust. And to this day it stands there, watching over the rubble. Any travelers foolish enough to wander there find themselves face to face with wrath incarnate. From the tale of the Var-Taral, as told by Gisharal, keeper of the Ralfaran clan of Dalish Elves. A shield of impressive weight, to the point of being unwieldy if held by a weak hand. The crest is Dalish and Old Orlesian, and the direct and deliberate styling can be a reference to only one person, the legendary Sir Aveline, the first woman to gain Orlesian knighthood. Abandoned as a baby, Aveline was raised by the Dalish and grew into a skilled warrior. Her elven parents encouraged Aveline to demonstrate her skill among her human kin, but women were not allowed to enter Orlesian knighthood or compete in tournaments. She entered anyway, her features obscured by armor. Aveline defeated everyone she faced. Her final victory came to a brutal end when Kaleva, a knight in service to the Emperor, tripped Aveline out of frustration, knocking the helm from her head. Realizing that his honor had been bested by a woman, Kaleva demanded that the competition be nullified. Jeered by the crowd, he lashed out and killed the fallen Aveline. That's not a good story. It's depressing. With everything else, it's kind of sad. Prince Fran had also faced Aveline in the tournament and saw her death as a great injustice. Well, good for him. And piss on Kaleva. When Fran became emperor in 744 Storm, he formally recognized her skill by abolishing the practices that had excluded her. She was posthumously knighted, and while women are still a rarity in the Orlesian knighthood, those who enter revere Sir Aveline as their patron. Sir Aveline's career was short. It's simply impossible for her to have held all the equipment that has been attributed to her over the years. But this shield is still of exceptional quality, and Aveline may find its attribution to her namesake of interest. Stonehammer's Gift. Many scholars claim the Tevinter Imperium owes their rise to power as much as the dwarves do owes their rise to power as much to the dwarves as they do to magic. The dwarves brought currency and commerce to humanity, as well as entertainment. Well, yep, good for them. The Proving, the dwarven name for gladiatorial arena matches. I don't like these things. These gladiatorial matches sound so savage and primitive and monstrous. Became popular in imperial society in 1200 Ancient. This led to the construction of the Grand Proving Arena, a structure that still stands 2,000 years later. King Endrin Stonehammer attended the first match held at the Grand Proving. He was taken with the sport and awarded enchanted armor to the victor. That was a mistake, King Endrin. The armor was lost during the Imperium's Great Civil War in 575 Ancient. There are rumors that Stonehammer's gift, or portions thereof, has since surfaced outside of Tevinter. Most prominently during the Fourth Blight's Battle of Arsley, where the armor was reportedly won by the fabled champion of Starkhaven. From Tales of the Imperium by Sister Dulcinea, 920 Dragon. To Knight Commander Meredith regarding the so-called Mage Underground. Every circle in Thedas suffers from individual mages who rebel and attempt to flee. These apostates are usually found and returned to the circle or mercifully killed if they have fallen to demonic temptation. Until now, I have never served anywhere that the populace does not fully cooperate in hunting these rebels. Here in Kirkwall, however, citizens actually help rebel mages escape. That's more of a statement on your misrule than it is on anything else. They wouldn't be if they recognized that you're misruling and brutalizing them. Escaped apostates have survived their freedom long enough to form the Mage Underground, a network that feeds and shelters escapees and even transports apostates into remote areas of the free marches and beyond our easy reach. This is your fault. If the people have turned against you over mages, and given how superstitious and suspicious the common people are of mages, this says a lot. As of late, the movement has grown bolder, sending raiding parties into the gallows in an attempt to break out mages who lack the skills or willpower to escape on their own. This is a grave concern. Yes, because you're basically brutalizing them and turning them against you. My recommendation is to fight back. That's a mistake, both physically and in turning the minds and hearts of their supporters against them. Knight Commander Colin. The way to do that is not to brutalize the mages as you have. By brutalizing the mages as you have, you've done such a terrible job of it that the citizens are actually aligning with you on behalf of the mages. Do you realize how much you have to be screwing up for that to happen? Because usually they're wholeheartedly on the side of the Chantry and the Templars in regulating mages. Again, you've got to back down and be more moderate. To Her Excellency, Divine Justinia, I am aware both you and the Knight Commander Meredith have rejected my proposal. I've read that already, from that scumbag. And of course, that type of behavior does nothing to contain people like either Fenris or Anders, and the pathologies of extremism they both represent. I do like the Chantry. I don't like everything the Chantry does. It does a lot of very bad things. But I do generally like the Chantry. Ironically, the Chantry has the best records on the Imperium occupation that we found. None of the forbidden texts, which have undoubtedly been destroyed, but many administrative records. In their cold, numbered rows, misery is told. Thousands of slaves pass through the gallows to work the mines or to be shipped elsewhere. The list of elven children is numbing. 3 maimed, 2 mute, and 4 serviceable. These numbers don't add up. For every 1,000 slaves that came to Kirkwall, 100 disappeared. I checked the tax rolls as well, and the discrepancy exists there too. Corrupt slave traders, even worse than slavers. If one has the wit to see it, 203 slaves went missing in the Imperium's 312th year. That's just 1 year. Other records show similar discrepancies. Of course, because slaving is inherently evil and corruptive, so of course they're going to engage in corruption when they're engaging in human bondage. Over centuries, practically a whole civilization of slaves simply disappeared. Hidden inside the cover of a book with curious markings that signed The Band of 3. More depressing. Of course that would happen in such a situation. Okay. Interesting. Well. Fine. Let's sell some stuff and see where that takes us. Chantry. Let's go to High Tower. High Tower. I don't know. There are times. There are times when I feel old and tired and depressed. I worry that things are coming to a head with something, and I'm not sure what. Maybe it's the Canary. I don't know. River's Wave. Sell it. Hold on to these rings. Sell this junk. Alright. I wonder. We can order it, but that doesn't necessarily mean Let's see everybody.
By the dread wolf! Why is my house always such a mess when people are here?
It's part of what makes you
clean
adorable.
sometimes, I swear.
I'm glad I have you around. I really do need you. Let's go to the docks. Now let's talk to... Let's go ahead and talk. Let's speak.
You were allowed, Basra, until the Arishok declares otherwise.
So, human, my delegate was taken from the Viscount's doorstep, and he still claims control of this city. I thought it impossible, but I respect him even less. How do you explain the condition of their bodies?
A fanatic used them to incite others of his kind.
I accept that.
I expected worse.
I have seen every vice and weakness of your kind, and how few of you take responsibility. Your Viscount remains a fool, but you are not. Panahedan, Hawk. I will keep one good thought about your kind.
I've been thinking about this for a while. I like the Kunari. I admire the Kunari. I hate Sister Patrice. I hate Sister Barnell. I hate the fanatics. I really like the Kunari. I have a bad feeling about the future. I wish... I don't know.
Go, Hawk. Another time.
Very well, sir. I do respect them, and I do like the Kunari. I admire the Kunari. Gives me a lot of pain and grief that the Kunari died and I wasn't able to save them. And it gives me a lot of pain and grief that the Kunari died during the Carcinic. Let's go out for some fresh air. I think some fresh air will be good, don't you? Come on, guys. I think we need some fresh air. There was stuff going on down here. Let's go take care of it. See what's going on. I feel sorry for the Arishok. I can't believe they murdered his delegate. I hated how they murdered his delegates without giving them the right to fight. It was so wrong. It was so despicable. Alright. This is bad.
You take cover.
Okay, Lieutenant Harley. Ah, shit! Bastards.
Lieutenant Harley?
Aveline? Thank the Maker.
You know where Aveline?
I take it you know each other.
Harley is one of the guard, recently promoted.
This disaster was my first routine assignment. We're not reinforcements, if that's what you're waiting for. Bollocks! Little Bedham must not have made it back. We're up against Evets' Marauders.
You're certain about that?
Orden's up there, and Victor Longdeath's handiwork you've already seen. We tried 2 sorties up the path, but it's trapped to oblivion. Now I'd be thankful just to get out of here alive.
No fair, guard dog! You brought friends!
Shut your mouth! Fair Orden? Victor Longdeath, what are you talking about? They've been robbing and raping for Maker knows how long. Did a broad daylight assault on the keep to rescue one of their number 2 years back. Fell Orden, a blood mage, is here.
No.
Victor Longdeath, Sophie.
Maker, you certainly drew a fine first detail.
This sounds bad.
Isn't it suicide to stay pinned down here? We're pinned down right now, but so are they. If we run, Evets' Marauders escape again. So we've been waiting for reinforcements. Victor's arrows and Orden's fireballs taking their toll. But we can still take them down.
Let's attack them together.
The longer we wait, the more of us they'll kill. Let's attack now. I'm with you, but my men may be too rattled to join us.
Evets' Marauders. They're just men. Flesh and bone. Flesh can be torn. Bones can be broken. Alone, they will pick you off one by one. Together, we are unstoppable. On me!
You'd make a fine captain of the guard. Look out for traps. Be careful. Evets' Marauders are deadly.
Looks like a trip line. Watch for traps.
Alright, let's try this. Come on, show me the...
I do hate...
Alright, everybody.
This is much more exciting!
Alright, good. Alright, so those guys are dead. Let's go this way.
Got you now! Got you!
Okay.
One less against us.
Alright, ready? Hit him.
Hit him where it hurts.
Let's go this way. Go this way. Alright. Let's go this way.
Traps ahead. Baltic.
Alright. Everybody.
Hero.
Alright, ready? Hit him with that. And then you hit him with silence. Hit him again. Alright, who'd he stab? Alright, everybody. That one. See them? Get him with that hex. Hit him. And everybody. That person. Perfect. Stop him. Hit him with this. Aveline. All right. Everything's in a good situation. You guys. Time to hit him with that.
I fear only running out of arrows!
Yep. Okay, Cedric.
Looks like a watch for
All right.
That should be the last of them.
They're all dead? I can't believe it. I'll tell Lieutenant Jalen at the keep what you've done. I'll make sure he rewards you.
Sounds good.
Good work yourself, Lieutenant.
Very good work.
Make sure the others know it.
Very good work.
Men, we're heading home.
You did a good job, people. Good job. Take out that trap.
It is done.
Proud of the guard. I'm proud of our people. We all did a good job. Aveline, you get some armor. You grab a whole health potion. That's nice. Yeah, we hit that one trap, but that's okay. That happens. Alright, everybody. Good work. Damn fine work. And the guard did well. After Orval, this action helped restore my confidence in the guard, Aveline. That's nice, but you know what? I wonder. Okay. I need an offensive attack. I needed that. That helped cheer me up after the offered and lost situation. Okay. All right. You know what? Knockback is other than that, it's I think this is the one that I'll build on. Whoops. Overall, I'm very pleased with this performance. This has restored my faith and confidence in the Guard tremendously after Orwald. Yeah, that's basically nothing. Okay. Oh, we've got that. But I don't use that death hex as much as I should. Just do it. Let's be strategic. Go for that threat generation.
I do hate traps.
Glad I got you with us then.
All taken care of.
Good job.
And with that,
Something
I'm
to
done.
sell? This was actually a rather cheerful experience after Offered and Lost. It was nice to work with people who survived. It was much more cheerful. And again, these smugglers need to be careful or they're going to keep foundering on the reefs out here. Alright, everybody, let's pause for a moment. I'll use you to check these areas.
Hold! This area is not safe. Just the work of a moment.
So. Harley and her men did excellent work, sterling work. We did
Traps
hit that.
ahead. It is done.
We did hit that one trap, but other than that, we did a good job of taking care of them. Aveline did hit that one trap, but other than that, she did sterling work. And that was like a foot Old trap, like old trap. Other than that, she did sterling work. Yeah, a lot of ships foundered on this reef. Smugglers, I presume. Agreed. Is that a skeleton? On the mast of that ship? No way. No, I'm just seeing things. My eyes were just playing tricks on me. Very well. Beautiful sunset. Beautiful, stunningly beautiful sunset. Not a bad time for Evets Marauders to die. Okay. Sack. Sure.
One ship after another. No time, whatever it is you want.
That might be a good choice to get out of here.
Did you misplace this?
You brought it home? I am right stunned, actually.
Let's sell some more stuff. That's a beautiful landscape. I want to check something. Let's come back at night when they have the shady work. I think it's at night. Might as well talk to the shitty merchandise guy. Just see it. Just walk through the city. I feel like there's a calm before the storm. Something's coming. I don't know what it is. But it does worry me. Sell it. Sell it. I'll hold on to it for now. Hold on to this. Sell this. Let's keep going. Okay.
So he comes down wearing nothing.
This is the best tavern in Kirkwall. It could use some cute dwarven serving girls, but otherwise, it's perfect.
Okay. What's she gonna say?
What? Do you think I'm made of coin?
Okay. There we go. check something.
Lieutenant Harley said I should see you about a reward.
That's it. Not even going to mention your scuffle with Evets Marauders. Killing the whole lot of them.
I wish I'd been there sooner.
They killed a lot of good people.
They won't kill anyone else. Thanks to you. There's one small rub, though. Their leader, Evets, wasn't there, was he?
No, they were led by Fel Orden.
Evets is the worst of the lot. He may try to get revenge one day.
Good to know. I'll keep an eye out for him.
Maybe nothing will come of it.
Oh, I'm sure something will.
Thanks again for your help.
But you're welcome.
It's different here as captain. Feels like family.
That's good.
Nothing going on, Hawk. You'd be the first to know if there was.
I'm going to check with two people. Isabella, Fenris, and Anders. Okay, let's see here.
I have tried to avoid the Fade since Justice. It's disturbing when he takes over.
For all of us. See if Fenris has anything to say. For all of us.
We should move on.
Talk to Isabella.
Isabella, my dusky goddess.
What?
You have buried yourself in the flesh of my heart like a worm in a red apple.
Don't quit your
You
day job,
heartworm, you.
Oh, look, my friend is here. Excuse me.
But I haven't gotten to the part where I invite you to feast upon my tender white flesh.
That's all right. I think I'll manage.
Yeah, I bet you will.
Speaking of romance, you're interested in Meryl, aren't you?
I am.
I have feelings for her.
Well, that's good. She always seemed a little lonely.
Nice that you
I
approve.
get the feeling the girl's messing in something big and dangerous.
She is.
Look out for her, will you?
I will.
Make sure she doesn't hurt herself.
I will.
So, I noticed some...
I once knew a sailor like you. We lost him in a hurricane. Very sad.
What?
Being an abomination. I just got a taste of your future.
Great.
I'm not that foolish. Our relationship is, strictly platonic.
It's like you're trapped in your own body, seeing out your eyes, while someone else moves you like a puppet. And you're trying to scream, to move a single muscle, but there's no escape. Until you look down at the blood on your hands.
Stop it! You're scaring me.
That's the point.
It is right that she needs to be worried, and she has to be concerned about this. But you're a bit of a hypocrite because of what you did with Justice, and what's become of Justice and you. But I do appreciate you trying to help Meryl.
This is the best tavern in Kirkwall. It could use some cute dwarven servant girls, but otherwise, it's perfect.
Gather my party. Speaking of which, let's see Meryl. Just check her out one last time.
By the dread wolf! Why is my house always such a mess when people...
One final check.
I've been neglecting my patients lately. I should spend more time here. I can't go on like this. I can't go on like this.
That worries me. I've tried working and talking with you. I'm concerned. Alright. This has been a long and exhausting day. I think it's time for me to just go home. Time for me to go home. I'm sure once I get to home, everything will be okay. There won't be anything stressful there.